How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thanks for asking. Just let me rewind just 1 week. You obviously saw Cash Farouk last week, who was at Bantam. What did you take from that performance?
Yeah, I thought he looked really good, to be honest.
Mhm.
Looked slick, and he fought a really tough guy who I think he's strong. I just think that guy was really tough, to be honest. So, yeah, he looked good, and said they're in my weight class, so of course I'm keeping an eye on them.
Mhm. Tell me about that call that you got, saying that you're going to be on the Matchroom card and you're fighting on Sky Sports. Tell me about that moment.
Well, it come really out of nowhere, but I was really blessed because I've been training and stuff beforehand, so I was excited straight away. And it's what I've been waiting for. Since I've been pro, this is the top of the tree, in it. This is where you want to be at. So,
And what do you think about this no fans experience that you're going to be getting? Obviously, do you reckon that's going to have any impact on your performance?
not really, nah, because as an amateur, you never had crowd everywhere you went. Sometimes you go somewhere and you ain't got no one there shouting for you. So I ain't really thought too much into it. I don't think it's going to play a part at all.
This is a 10-round fight. You've been at 6 at the most. How's training for that step up been?
It's been hard, but I've sitting here now. I'm glad I've put the effort in, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for 10 rounds.
Are you with the BCB gym?
Yeah, BCB I'm with.
So how has that been, like seeing Rachel Ball, Kane Baker, them getting that opportunity from the BCB gym on Sky Sports and having their successes?
Well, yeah, that's made me nag my manager more. I was thinking I want to be involved. So
Yeah.
now, luckily, I'm here and I'm ready to take the opportunity with both hands.
Will you speak to them about like a bit of advice on how to approach the night?
Not really. I spoke to Kane in the week more about what stuff he needed to bring and how the week went, and he said just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you stand to win the English bantamweight title. What does that mean for you?
That means my first belt puts me in a better stead for better fights, and so it'll be a good start to my career where I want to push and push. Puts me in a better position for the British title, which I want as well. So it's a good stepping stone at the perfect time, to be honest.
And are you looking to make? We've seen obviously Rachel Ball off the back of her performance, kind of sign with Matchroom and get that deal. Do you want that?
Yeah, that's the plan. Good performance, pick the belt up, and then if we could get some good news after and get back on these shows, it'd be we go home, job done, sort of thing. Really, everyone wants to be on these shows, and I've just got to make sure now I'm on here, I perform, and get invited back. Really,
I remember when Kane was supposed to fight Akib Fiaz for the first time, and Akib had to pull out because of illness. Do you have that worry that your opponent, Sean, or yourself could test positive for COVID and your opportunity could get taken away?
well, yeah, more this COVID test. I'm just say fingers crossed that everything goes okay, and we both, my side and his side, comes out fine, and we can get the fight on, because it's a good opportunity for him too, isn't it? Like I say, on Sky, and I'm not sure if we missed it this time, it would come again, or when it would come again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and just finally, Liam, what's your prediction for the weekend?
100% win for me, and I won't be surprised if it don't go 10 rounds. I'm feeling sharp and strong. And Spar lad's much heavier and stronger, so I won't be surprised, like I say, if you don't go 10 rounds. But it'd be good to do 10 rounds too, just to get the rounds in and have longer on the stage.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best for your time on the stage. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thanks, Ames. If you go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Liam. How you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I didn't know you was with BCB, so it's another man for me to kind of tap it into for the future. How are you finding the bubble experience?
Well, I only got here and come in the room, so I ain't really done much at the minute, but I'm sure it'll be good tomorrow.
It's always interesting to find out how people are going to try and keep themselves occupied. Have you got any plans to keep yourself busy until you find out your result?
I got the iPad watching ITV Urban films on there, so not much really.
Liam, talk to me about Sean. What do you know about him and what are you expecting from him on Saturday night?
You know, I don't know too much. I know he's a southpaw. I know he's a southpaw, and this is his chance. It's his chance, so he's going to come and give it 100%, which will only bring the best out of me, I'm sure. But yeah, I ain't think too much about him, to be honest. I know if I just do my thing, he's got all the worrying to do, really.
You said with my colleague who spoke to you just before me that you wanted to impress and you wanted to kind of get back onto another show in the near future. With that in mind, does Saturday present its own pressure for you to kind of deal with? And are you feeling that at all to make sure you do impress and you make a bit of a statement in doing so? Can you hear us, Liam?
Yeah, bloody someone rang me, they did.
That's all good, mate. Do you remember what I asked, or do you like me to ask you?
Yeah, about the extra pressure. No, take it all in my stride, and there will be in the back of the head, but there is, but there isn't, sort of thing. Where if you look into it that way, it is. But I always look at things as an opportunity, and this is my chance. So instead of putting pressure on myself, I'm more going with the flow and just happy that I'm here and can't wait to show what I'm about, really.
In the build up to this fight, Liam, have you tried to replicate the kind of not the surroundings, but the atmosphere that you will go through on Saturday night behind closed doors, nobody in attendance? It'd be very quiet in there. Have you tried to replicate it in the gym at all?
Well, yeah, I think it's happened that way just because gyms are closed. So when I've been sparring and that, there's only been his coach who I'm sparring and me and my coach. So yeah, you could say that, really.
Final one from me, Liam. Victory on Saturday night presents you with that English title. Moving into 2021, have you got kind of a vision as to how you'd like the year to play out?
Well, what would be ideal is a show in Telford, win this, hopefully defend the English title in Telford. I was meant to have a big show there before the lockdown happened and sold it out. Everything sold out. So hopefully take a show back there with the belt. And my younger brother he's just turned professional, waiting to have his debut. He can fight on the show. So that would be ideal for me. Or for the British would be better.
Liam, I'll leave that one there with me, from me, and I'll pass you on to the next person. Thank you for your time there, mate.
Cheers. Have a good night.
Thanks, Andy. If you go to James next from Pro Boxing Fans.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
You just mentioned there about the show in Telford. Obviously, the pandemic put a stop to that. I believe you was headlining that evening. Has it been a bit of a blessing in disguise? Obviously, now on a big platform.
Well, yeah. I was saying the other day, it's like I've landed on my feet now, because it wasn't a nice feeling being so close. I think we was only like 10 days away from the show or something mad. So yeah, I feel like I have landed on my feet really with this show. And sometimes just got to be patient, aren't you?
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned your goal is to go back and fight in Telford and headline like you was meant to. So how much did that show mean to you before it was cancelled? And you say that wasn't a nice feeling. What was it that you went through at the time?
Well, I was meant to do an 8-rounder, so it was like another step up. And the first headline in Telford for like 10 years, and the last one was my dad who headlined it. So it was a bit just carrying on the torch sort of thing. And like say, as it was going so well, tickets and that's what was proper gutting. It was sold out. My younger brother was having his debut on there. I was headlining, and it just made it that bit more bitter knowing that everything got cancelled. Really.
Absolutely, I can imagine. You mentioned that your dad, Tristan, he was a fighter as well. What are your earliest memories of your dad's career and you starting boxing?
Well, I think since I remember anything, I've always been in the gym, like watching, and he was boxing at the time. My granddad was running the gym, so it's always been a big part of the family, and I'm sure it will always be. That's where I've had the passion from knee high, really. And that's why I'm saying this. I just feel like this was always meant to be. And this is my time. Take it that bit further.
You mentioned the last time was a headline. Absolutely. You mentioned last time it was your dad headlining at Telford. How much did it mean to him? How gutted was he that your show was called off?
Well, he ain't let me know how gutted he was, but I think, of course, he done a lot of. It's a lot of messing about. He's not boxing anymore, but he's helping do tickets, helping get the venue and stuff. So I could imagine it wasn't easy for him to accept either. But I think we're both lying here now thinking it was quite a blessing in disguise, because you never know, if that happened, this might not have happened. So just taking it as it was what was meant to be will be. And I definitely feel like this has put us in a better position anyway.
Absolutely. That's all from me. Thanks for that, mate. Best of luck.
Thank you.